Women's Day. Right now, we want to pay homage to one of the most important figures in the fight for women's rights and, in fact, in all of American history. It's Women's History Month, and we're going to be highlighting some of women's outstanding contributions to society. Let's start with Susan B. Anthony, who basically started the women's rights movement. Susan B. Anthony was a teacher, writer, speaker, and abolitionist. She was born in 1820 to a Quaker household. In 1851, she went to an anti-slavery conference where she met fellow suffragist Elizabeth Cady Stanton. The pair created the Women's New York State Temperance Society in 1852 and began fighting for women to have the right to own property and to vote. In 1856, she began working for the American Anti-Slavery Society. Then after the Civil War, Susan B. Anthony focused again on women's rights and was the founder of the American Equal Rights Association, as well as the National Women's Suffrage Association. She even got arrested for illegally voting in the 1872 presidential election, supporting Ulysses S. Grant, who won in a landslide. Which begs the question, how did she vote in the first place? But I guess all you needed to pass for a man in 1872 was a hipster beard, a top hat, and a cane, and hold a lantern. She was actually fined $100, which she never paid. That's my kind of hero right there. Susan B. Anthony never stopped, never wavered, never let up, and eventually won a meeting with President Theodore Roosevelt in 1905. She died 1 year later, sadly, but 14 years after her death in 1920, the 19th Amendment was passed, giving women the right to vote. In 1979, Anthony's likeness was put on the dollar coin, the first woman to achieve such a high honor. I only wish she lived long enough to pay back her illegal voting fine in coins with her own face on them. That would have added a layer to the legend. And she's also one of the few people who, when you say her name, you always mention her middle initial, kind of like Michael B. Jordan or Mary J. Blige. FYI, the B stands for Brownell, which explains her abolitionist efforts. Really? Nothing, Alexa? All right, fine. If there is a woman you want to feature on our show, use the hashtag GetUpDC.